Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode Blackjack 21 of Holistic Movement with me. And I thought I'd open up with a quote from Nobel Prize winning Sir Charles Scott Sherrington, who was a neurophysiologist and he studied movement as well, many other things. And he's the one who invented the word synapses in our brain. And he said that movement is the final common pathway of the central nervous system. That our thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, perceptions will have no lasting power unless converted into movement. So think about this from another perspective. Hippocrates said that most disease starts with blockages, or all disease starts with blockages. So if we have any kind of stuck emotional content, perceptions, feelings that we can't let out healthily, then they fester within the central nervous system and the immune system finally turns in on itself. And then we have autoimmune deficiencies, we get cancer, things like that. So these kind of movements are wonderful expressions of our emotions and perceptions, sensations, all of that. It's a healthy catharsis. So why don't we start with a healthy movement, even though it's titled The Dead Bug. And I was just talking about, oh, but hey, the only way to live is through dying. Yeah, right? Okay. Anyway, so why don't we start with basic, sorry, so many things going through my head right now. Why don't we start with just opening the hips and the chest a little bit just to get some really easy, gentle movement, okay? So I'm going to show you from this perspective first so you can see my hands and the position of my hands. So my fingertips are pointed backwards, okay? From this perspective, maybe you can see from that camera, right? I'm just going to show you the shoulder movement first. My feet are hip width apart, and of course my knees are bent. And watch, all I'm going to do, and my pelvis doesn't move, I'm going to rotate my rib cage to my left and then rotate my rib cage to my right. Okay, my head's following. So my chin is trying to stay in line with my sternum. I'll show you from this perspective. So we're just going to gently rotate our rib cage to our left and rotate our rib cage to the right. Now, I don't know if you notice, I'm not slouching. I'm bringing my sternum upward and forward just to get that mobility in the thoracic spine, the rib cage. And I'm just rotating really slowly, and I'm using my big toes as kind of as stability to keep my pelvis and my legs in the center. Okay, now let's come back. Now we've done this one before. We're gonna drop the knees to the right, and then pretend someone's hand is right here, and you're gonna push that hand with your butt and your lower back. And you're just gonna push that knee forward. And then you're gonna maintain that level of the knee, try not to raise it up, and bring it back at the same level. Now, if you want, when that knee pushes forward, you can rotate the ribcage to the left. So it's the left knee that's dropping and my ribcage rotating to the left. So I'm opening up this pec minor and my pec major. And I'm pushing that knee forward. Let's do two more. We're not going to do that too many because it's just a simple, gentle warm up. And I'm pushing that. Oh, yeah. And then I come back to the center. Let's rest here. And then we're going to drop the knees to the left. So my right knee is now pushing forward. And I'm pushing that right shoulder back. And I'm opening up those pecs. So if this is too difficult for you, don't drop that right shoulder back. Don't rotate the rib cage to the right. Just concentrate on that knee. But it's actually from, sorry, as I hit my mic, I'm pushing that knee forward, pushing my pelvis from my lower back forward. Let's do a couple more. It seems like this time I'm going way too fast. I'm going to slow down even more. Pushing forward. Good. Okay, let's come on back. Let's rest. When we lie on our backs, let's just notice, and we won't stay that long, just for a couple seconds. I just want you to feel the sensations in your legs and your rib cage. Okay. And then we're going to do a kind of alternative bed bug. Don't let the bed bugs bite. A dead bug. We've done this one before. We're just going to do the basic dead bug, and then we're going to jump up and do some anterior posterior chain dead bugs, and I'll explain that a little bit later. So we're going to make sure our body's straight. I'm going to bring one leg up, another leg up, and into a tabletop position. I'm going to bring my arms up, and hopefully this is 90 degrees, my lower legs as well. It's not going to be perfect. And all I'm doing is I'm connecting my rib cage to my pelvis. So watch, when my arms drop back, my rib cage lowers, my lower back tries to flatten onto the floor. Don't worry about it if it doesn't. And then my rib cage is bringing my arms back. So I inhale, let my rib cage flare up, widening my arms a little bit. And if the back of your arms can't touch the floor, don't force it. And then the rib cage brings the arms back. And I'm connecting that rib cage. So my rectus abdominis is connecting my pelvis to my rib cage. So you probably heard me breathe outward when I came back. So I'm inhaling here. And don't forget that circumferential breathing. Exhale, let that rib cage bring the arms back. Inhale back. Exhale, bring it forward. If you get tired at any time, you want to drop the legs, please do. Inhale back. Exhale, bring that arms back with the rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. But of course, you can stop anytime. One more. Okay, drop one foot, then the other. Then straighten the legs out. Let's rest here for a tick. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do the contralateral or the anterior chain, and I'll put a picture up here of the anterior chain, what that is. This is in the physio world. This is, imagine an X on the front part of your body. So connecting your right hip up to your left shoulder, and then opposite left hip up to your right shoulder. So we engage in this when we walk. So if there are any restrictions up here or down here or weaknesses, it will affect the contralateral part of your body. And so the contralateral dead bug will help you strengthen this and connect the brain physiologically, neurologically to these parts and help you move better. So make sure your body's straight. We're going to bring one leg up, the other, okay? And then I'm going to straighten my left leg, and I'm going to bring my right arm back. And then I'm engaging this X here, my right shoulder to my left hip on the exhale. Good. And then we're going to inhale, bring the left arm back, right leg forward. So we're not only engaging the rectus abdominis, but we're also engaging the obliques. We're also engaging the pec minor and the pecs and the lats. Don't forget the posterior chain. That's the X on the back. Did you hear my wonderful enthusiasm? Don't forget this, folks. Don't forget your towel. Okay. And then we're just switching back and forth. This is way more challenging than the regular dead bug. Okay. So we're inhaling one arm, one leg back. Exhaling, bringing it back with that rib cage and my hip flexors. So my psoas is being engaged here, my quads as well. Let's do one more on each side. Okay, drop one leg, then the other. Drop your arms down, rest here. Make them up a little bit higher there. Now, what do you feel in comparison to the first dead bug? For me, I literally feel that X in front of me being activated. I feel my psoas, feel my obliques, my hip flexors. But that's me. What about you? Remember, every time that we rest, this is a golden opportunity for you to really inhabit and feel your body. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do a dead bug that's a little bit different. So I'm going to show you from this angle so you can kind of see it from this angle. We're going to come up into the regular dead bug position. Now, watch my left arm. I'm going to bring my left arm out. My palm's going to face towards me. And then I'm going to bring my right leg out to the side like this. So we got the right knee out and the left arm out. And then we're going to bring him back to the center, the median axis of your spine. Turn the palm back forward. Turn the right palm. Bring this knee out, trying to keep my foot in line with my knee. And then, boom. It's like I'm pressing the knee and the hand together. Imagine a balloon, a weird shaped balloon that you're expanding. It's letting the balloon expand, and then I'm squeezing it back. And this is a great brain exercise to really connect the left and right brain here. So I'm inhaling. Now, you see that left knee, how it drifted? I'm trying to keep that other knee from moving. That's the difficult part. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. If you feel this is super challenging and difficult for you, maybe pause the video and work on it a little bit more. Okay, let's do a couple more. Let's do one more. Yeah. Okay. Straighten your legs out. I can't because the wall's right there. Arms out to the side. We're going to do one more set because I love this one. It's so challenging. Okay. Take a couple breaths here. Now, I don't know about you, but I felt it on my adductors here. I'm grabbing my adductor longus here, but this is working the inner thighs along with the stabilizers, the abductors, so the glute med, minimus. So we've got this wonderful stabilization happening from the middle of the thigh, the inner thighs, and the outer thighs. Okay, so arms up again. I'm going to bring my left palm, face it towards me. I'm going to let my right knee drop out to the side. And I shouldn't say drop. I'm going to actively bring it. I'm not just letting it passively drop. So this is where the resistance comes in. Okay. And let's switch here. And so I'm thinking, how can my X, my anterior chain here, okay, bring this back? So it's from right pecs all the way to my left hip flexors. That half of the X, bringing it back. Sorry, I had to think about which side I just did. Okay. Let's do one more on each side. Okay. Yep. And I just went, look at that. Left arm, right leg. Okay. Left leg, right arm. Yeah. Drop one foot, then the other. I'm going to turn this way just so I can straighten my legs out because I need it. And we're just going to rest here. Take a few breaths here. Okay, let's bend our right knees. We're going to roll on over. Come on up. I thought we'd do a hamstring movement next. And we've done this one before, but I'm changing it just a little bit. A tweak that I just was messing around with. Something I was messing around with, just trying to do something different. And I came up with this movement. So let's review the first one, the first dynamic hamstring movement that I took from Chuck Wolf. So I'm going to come a little bit more forward, and our left foot's going to come back and do a 45-degree angle this way. Okay, I'm going to bend my left knee and I'm going to lift my right foot up. So let's just do that action first. So left foot comes back, 45 degrees, bend the left knee. Right foot comes into dorsiflexion, toes to the nose. And then we switch. Right foot comes back, bend the right knee, bring that foot up. Okay? So, and then, watch this. I'm just going to drop my right arm back, down towards my left heel. And I'm going to bring this left arm up, and I'm going to rotate my upper body to the left. And anytime, again, I've made this stupid joke before, I can initiate jazz hands. I'll do it. Any opportunity. I don't care where I'm at. I'll start a jazz hands movement. So we're just dropping this arm down and bringing a rotationary movement into our rib cage. Now, for me, I feel it more in the medial hamstrings. I don't know about you. Okay, and we're just doing this action. I'm going to show you from this angle, this camera angle, here and here. And then I'm getting some internal and external rotation of the arms here. You want to add that little pizzazz, and then it makes the jazz hands look even better. Jazz hands. Okay, I'll show you from this angle, from behind, so you can see it better from your perspective. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. Let's come back and rest just for a second here. I'm just going to stand here. Now, I'm just going to rest. I'm going to shut the hell up. Okay. Now, with the legs, what we're going to do is we're going to step back. So we just brought the left leg backwards here, okay, to the left of our right leg. Now we're going to bring the left leg behind the right to the right of our right leg. And I'm going to bring the left arm down. Same movement. Then left foot forward, bring the right leg behind, left arm down. Let me show you from your perspective, so maybe it's a little bit easier for you to comprehend. I'm going to bring my right foot behind me, bend my right knee, lift this foot up, the same in dorsiflexion. Switch feet, left leg behind the right leg, to the right of the right leg. Now for me, I feel there's more, not only in the medial hamstring, but also the lateral. So both, not so much the medial though. It's more the lateral portion. I'm trying not to, sorry, I moved there. There's an ant right there that I don't want to kill. Just call me the Dalai Lama. Or a Jane. If anybody out there knows who the Janes are. Being very Janey now. Okay, let's go again. Now watch this. I can switch arms. So now I can rotate my upper body to my left. And now I'm going to rotate my upper body to the right. Yeah. I'm going to go really slow so then you can see it. Right leg behind the left, bend the right knee. The balance may be tricky. Lower this right arm down, left arm up. And I almost busted it there. Let's do two more. And if you want to step further back behind you for better balance, please do. Was that the first one? Here's the second one. Okay, we're all done. I'm going to lie on my back, rest here, feel the sensations of my hammies. And I love that feeling. The expression of my stuck self sometimes. You know, when you feel stuck and you just go out and walk or move, and it's this, okay, yes, I don't have to keep it inside me. Okay, let's bend our right knee, roll on over. I'm going to come on up, and let me show you this arm movement first. So I'm going to do it standing, but my hands are going to go out of frame. So what we're going to do is try to decompress the shoulders. I took this from Gray Cook. A couple years ago, he did a webinar on Indian clubs. What are Indian clubs? They look like juggling pins, and they used to use them actually 150 years ago. Circus performers, things like that, and people, bodybuilders. And so when you swing them, they actually pull the shoulders out a little bit and decompress the shoulders. This is wonderful for if you do any weightlifting, any kettlebells, which I do a lot of kettlebells, even though I don't got the guns to show for it. It's so helpful in creating that space within the shoulders. So then when you do add compressive movements to it, like weightlifting or kettlebells, like I do, then you have more space for mobility and flexibility, and then your arms aren't so compressed and tack into your rib cage so much. Okay, so I'm going to do this squatting so you can see the position of my thumbs. So I'm going to make fists out of my hands. I'm pretending like I'm holding these Indian clubs. I'm not going to bring the Indian clubs in yet, maybe down the road, but you're going to have to purchase them first, and you get them on Amazon or wherever. Okay, so my palms are like this. Thumbs are facing towards each other. Right? I'm going to cross my left arm in front of the right, and you can probably see it from that camera angle. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my palms forward, so I bring my arms into external rotation, and I bring them up above me. Now, you decide which arm you want to be wants to be in front. Let's say the left one's in front. And then you swing through. Okay? And then the arms come up like this. All right? Swing up, let them swing down. Swing up, let them swing down. Swing up, let them swing down. So the natural momentum of the arms are decompressing the shoulders, even without the Indian clubs, which you start out with just 1 kilo. That's what I started out with and practiced them for about a year before I moved up just to 2 kilos. And that's all I'm doing. And each time, one arm comes in front of the other. So I'm switching arms. Okay, now I'm going to do it standing. And what he does is have people come up onto the toes. And then you come down and create even more momentum with those arms. That's all we're doing. Just swinging, relaxing the arms. Of course, you're creating tension to raise the arms up above you, but then when the arms swing down, you're really letting them swing down. That's all we're doing, just this basic movement. And then the next few episodes, we'll jump into more of a combination of movements without Indian clubs. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Exhale down. I just told you the breathing. Sorry, I held it back. I just wanted you to get the technique down. So think about it. Inhale up and then exhale down. Let's lie down. Let's rest. Yep. Oh, and I feel those shoulders. Okay, go ahead and bend your right knee, roll on over to your right-hand side. I thought we'd continue on some oblique work. Remember last week, if you tuned in last week, we did some rainbow movement of where you're working the obliques and drawing a rainbow when you're in kind of a forearm assisted plank. Sorry, I was reaching for the words. English escapes me sometimes. So I thought because I told you last week that we can do the full rainbow in upward and downward dog, but I thought, it's rushing things. Let's do it in a different plane of motion. Similar rainbow, so you're still getting the rainbow. Double rainbow. But we're going to do it in a different plane of motion, okay? Meaning that the anterior portion of our body is going to be facing upward. So I'm going to show you from a few different angles here. And also, just a word of warning, if you are not able to do this position because you're not able to support yourself from here, because this is where the true support comes, not from the shoulders, don't do it. Stop. You're not a failure. It just means that you don't have this stability and this strength yet, and it takes time to build it up. Be patient with yourself. You're probably, no one's around you, so no one's going to laugh at you. Even if I was around you, I wouldn't laugh at you. I would just say, okay, let's do a more basic position. So I'm going to bring my hands back like this, like similarly to what we did before with the rib cage rotating this way. We're going to bring the hands behind us. Okay. Now I'm going to have my feet hip width apart or a little bit wider. Okay. I'm going to show you from this angle. I'm just going to keep shifting positions so you can see every perspective. Now, this is our center here, not here. Don't let the brain override the body. And so here, I'm going to engage this circumferentially. So I'm going to inhale, exhale, squeeze it in, and I'm going to tighten my butt and my quads. I'm going to come on up like this. Now, if your hands feel uncomfortable with the fingertips facing backwards, turn them forward this way. I actually prefer it this way with my hands turning forward, okay? But you can turn your palms backwards as well. I'm going to come on up, and then watch. I'm going to dip, 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 dip. I'm going to keep both butt cheeks tight, and I'm going to try to bring my right head of the femur down and touch the floor, and then I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm drawing the rainbow. And pretend there's a fire under your ass, and it's literally forcing you to lift up over the fire or your ass will be burnt. Okay? Yep. So I'm just dipping. Let's do one more. Dipping. Come back to the center, then drop. Let's rest here for a second. Okay? And then I'm going to turn my palms, and I'm going to show you from this perspective, this camera. I'm going to turn my palms backwards. Okay? I prefer that. Now, I forgot to talk about the feet. We want the feet in plantar flexion, meaning the toes away from the nose. Okay? And this is going to engage this superficial front line here from anatomy and trains terminology. And I'm going to tighten my quads. I'm going to tighten my butt. I'm going to engage my abdominal region from a circumferential manner. I'm going to come on up. And then I'm dipping, dipping, dipping. And that fire, bonfire of the vanities. So it's my butt and my quads and my lower back and my obliques and my psoas, all these muscles in conjunction, working together. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? And I'm just drawing that rainbow. One more. Yeah, and then come on down. Let's rest. Take a break here. And then what do you feel is turned on? I feel my glutes, my glute med, minimus, my lower back, the QL, my psoas, my quads. So many things turned on. Okay, let's bend our right knee. Let's roll on over to our right hand side. We're going to finish with a back bend, a squatting back bend, one of my favorites. And so I'm going to flatten the feet this time. Before I was encouraging you to curl the toes under. You're more than welcome to do that if it's too difficult. Or you can flatten the feet. So that's the next stage. We're going to place the palms under the butt. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. I'm going to think, how can I support myself, my back, with the front part of my body? So I'm going to engage my quads. I'm going to lengthen my spine upward. I'm not just dropping the pelvis forward and letting the spine drop back. I'm keeping the butt tight. And I'm engaging the whole front of my body whilst I'm pushing my chest forward and I'm tucking my chin under to activate those deep muscles of the neck. Letting the shoulders drop. My shoulders are relaxed. And then I'm closing my eyes. And I'm pushing that chest upward. Let's do 3 more breaths. One more. Okay, slowly come on back. And then we're going to slowly lie on down. I went too fast there. I should have squatted and just let my back come into a more neutral position. Sorry about that, folks. Been in a hurry a lot this week. A lot going through my mind. Okay, now, can you let your body fall? So I saw this great quote, and it was from some cartoon, actually. And the master said, resistance is a symptom of the way things are, not the way necessarily things should be. Now, can you be like a broken branch being pushed down by the river's current? Can you? Can you just be that broken branch and float down the river and let the course of the river, the chaos that is the river, propel you? And then you're on the path of least resistance. Float. See you next week.